Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am beyond excited that you have chosen to invest in yourself, that you have dreams, aspirations, and desires for your life that you are ready to step into. This tool transformed and changed my life about 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, and is a tool that I use every single day in my life. The key and the best portion of this is practice and persistence will get you to exactly where you want to go. So where do you want to be? How do you want to be showing up in the world? And what do you want to be doing? So this is a beautiful time for us to join together, for me to play with the Clarity Choice Point Guide, take you down the river, and teach you these amazing, miraculous tools that Kathy Hawk set out on 24 years ago so that you could have them in your hands today. So excited for this journey. Thank you for joining me, and we will get to work. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Clarity Shift, where positive thoughts become powerful results in our life. This is wonderful. Thanks for joining me. I am thrilled to share with you Clarity's Lights On Guide to Manifesting Success in Your Life. Gary and Kathy Hawk set out with an intention of helping people with a powerful tool to allow them to realize what's going on in the brain chemistry, and how it shows up in our body, and how that creates powerful results in our life, whether we want them or we're not necessarily desiring them. Either way, we've created it. So cheers to the journey of Clarity Shift and the tools that you can use daily to implement into your life to make your life the best it possibly can be. So do you desire developing deeper relationships with clients, coworkers, and family? I know for me, staying energized, focused, and fully engaged every day is a major goal. Every day I get closer and closer to that. Being able to quickly recover from an energy of having a difficult experience. Have you ever had somebody rock your world, take you and knock your lights out, as far as maybe being in a meeting, a difficult conversation with a spouse, your children testing your limits, work and life not showing up how you had anticipated for that day? This tool allows you to have a quick recovery, learn to choose quick recovery, and choose positive thoughts. These tools allow us to stay more energized and focused throughout the day, helps us improve our communication, and most importantly, become an observer. Do you observe your thoughts, actions, and results each day? Or are you always pointing the finger and blaming others? This is a tool to help you focus in on your uniqueness, what helps us become better people so those around us can become better. Also, this is a learning system to change our brain, and in turn, we get to change our life. Everyone is searching for a magic pill. I know I am regularly. I still use these tools every day, and there is not probably a day that goes by that I don't wish for a magic pill or a magic cure in some area of my life. I want my body to be better. I'd like my relationships to be stronger and better. I'd like to have more proactivity in my life instead of reactivity. I'm not sure if these are things that you can relate to, but I think we're all searching for that magic pill. The truth and the best part is life gives us the opportunity to daily choose how we're going to show up and practice and implement tools and skills like we're going to learn here today, which allow us to sort of create our own magic pill, but magic pills of paying attention to the synchronicities that are happening each and every day, paying attention to the magic that is happening every day. The word abracadabra. Did you ever hear this or use it yourself when you were a kid? I did. Abracadabra. I would run around with a wand or a black magic piece. I know my brother loved magic when I was a kid, so he had a magic stick. And we were always doing magic tricks, playing. Well, the neat part is when I took Clarity and was certified in this Clarity Shift, I learned that the word abracadabra means I create as I speak. We create as our thoughts are created in our mind. our words come out of our mouth, and that creates our reality. Are you paying attention to the words that you're using? Are you using words, I can't, I'm trying, that'll never happen? Or are you using empowering words, which we get to teach you here, which would be above the line words is the term that we use, which is manifesting, abundant, I'm willing, I am doing, I am trusting, I am playful, I have courage. So when we put that vibrational frequency out into the world, it comes back to us. So what are we putting out into the world that we're seeing in front of us that we either like or don't like? This is a fun, unique trait though. I create as I speak. So this is an ancient Aramaic statement that is the practice of thinking and speaking positive thoughts and how it imprints the positive speech the positive speech habits that create magic in our life. This is a scientific and behavioral operating system that truly creates magic. I know daily people come into my office and they sort of stop in their tracks. They're wondering what's different. What is happening here? What do you do? Is often a question that I get. And for one of my businesses, it's Birds and Bees Teas, and we blend tea from love. We blend tea and infuse it with love as it goes out into the world. People can feel that. They can feel the magic. So where and how are you showing up? And this is going to help you have tools to create magic in your own life. So this is a study done by Toyota, and this is a mobility system that steers the wheelchair by detecting brain waves. So Toyota's technology has come to find that it only requires 125 thousandths of a second. Can you imagine? To move the wheelchair. So the thought in his brain, there's a cap on his head that is measuring the brain waves. And these, within 125 thousandths of a second, are picking up his thought to move that wheelchair forward, and it is literally moving forward. So the operator's thought is what is directing this wheelchair. It is powerful, so powerful. Every thought that we have goes out into the world and is creating a chain reaction, whether we see it or not. So thoughts travel in waves through fields. This has been studied for thousands of years, I'm sure, but definitely people have dove further into this over the last 100 years. And Toyota was one of the first people to put this study together and show that the wheelchair is being able to move by detecting the brainwaves. I just love this. So if a person can move a wheelchair by only using his thoughts, you can definitely have the power to change your life by also using your thoughts. This is a 60 Minutes program that was done. And this woman is a stroke victim who was on 60 Minutes 5 years prior, where she used her thoughts focused on a computer screen to type messages. The beautiful part of this is she had worked with this research team for the past 5 years. And one of the things that she missed the most was getting her own coffee in the morning. On this day, when she arrived, the team told her, today, you get to get your own coffee. So this is what she's doing. With her thoughts alone, she is controlling the robot's arm to sip her own coffee. Ugh, what an exciting moment that had to have been for her. She trained her brain to develop the natural pathways to accomplish this. As powerfully as thought can direct wheelchairs and robots, the power of thought can also change our own lives. This, to me, was just so special. We oftentimes have really intense bad days, and getting a cup of coffee for somebody who has access to their arms and legs becomes an afterthought. So one of the things I love to do is operate from gratitude, and daily I'm grateful for my body. So this is pretty powerful though, that through her thoughts, she's able to get that robot's arm up and over to her so she could create and get her own cup of coffee this morning. Imagine, what if every day you were able to work with vitality, energy, and passion, knowing that you have the power to think positive thoughts and take positive actions every day, that you are actually in charge. that you have the power to recognize when you are stuck in negative thoughts and rapidly shift to more effective ones. This was a game changer for me. I'd operated mainly thinking that other people kind of run my life and other things run my life, until I realized that clarity is a tool that taught me how to choose consciously in every moment of every day. So this is just a beautiful image of today we're focused on knowing how to monitor and shift our thoughts. And this is giving us a toolkit to support us in this. So that's where your Clarity Choice Point Guide comes in, your River, the Get Clarity Lights On Guide to Manifesting Success in Work and your life and your work, the book that Gary and Kathy have written together, and your Shift booklet. That is your kit and your daily guide to going through each and every word, asking yourself deep and great questions so that we can have that toolkit at our hands at all times. Just like a light switch, our body feels and responds to the thoughts that we have. So when our lights get knocked out, it's a term that we use, then it's lights off. It's dark. It doesn't feel good. It's slow, low, and dense energy. It's like walking through and trudging through quicksand or the mud. And when our lights are on, you flip that switch. That's me. I get so excited. And I want to share this with everyone. That is lights on for me. You can see it radiating out of my face. You can see it when I'm jumping and running all over the place. I said the other day, I might need a larger warehouse because I really love running from the back to the front when I'm excited and when I'm doing and getting to share with people that I love. So what are lights on actions that cause your body to flip that switch? So just like a light switch, when you have a positive thought that signals your body to respond and creates a reaction in your body, we call that lights on. The term lights on is an umbrella term to describe what happens, and it's really, truly visible. Learning to sustain positive thought patterns creates a new autopilot on how to sustain your positive patterns. Its habit formation will allow us to operate automatically. Just like when we first learned to drive a stick shift, I'm sure that was not an automatic response for any of you. I know I stalled the car out all the time. At first, we're clumsy, but after practice, it becomes an actual activity that we do automatically without even thinking about it. How many things do you do without thinking about it? I'm sure brushing your teeth in the morning, pouring yourself a cup of coffee, driving to work. Have you ever gotten to the work and you missed seeing about half of or 90% of what you drove past? That is autopilot. We want these new thoughts and these new patterns to operate on autopilot for you so that you can thrive in your life. Kathy had the opportunity when she was first teaching these tools to work with some clients from Microsoft. So as she was working with these clients, one of her early Microsoft executives said to her, "You've created an HOS, a human operating system. It's just like DOS, for the computers. It sits under and supports all the applications that are added on top of it." So using a computer as a metaphor, think of humans as biocomputers using an operating system that works like mechanical computers. So what we're doing here is rewriting the code. We're rewriting the script programmed that has been programmed in our brain behind the scenes and is always on. The applications, how humans behave either positively or negatively, are driven similarly by our own script from the subconscious mind that operates on autopilot 90% of the time. So for us to change this script, the coding has to be rewritten. And when we get to rewrite our code, that is exactly how Get Clarity Shift process works. Through attention and repetition, the code is rewritten. How does human energy show up? It is visible and invisible, so much like the wind. Can you see wind? I've never seen wind. You can see the effects of wind though. That's the cool part. So human energy is such the same way. When you meet someone, no matter what they are saying, you are just drawn to them. That's energy. You want to connect with a coworker, but feel that now is not quite the right time. You walk by, they might be on the computer, they might be on their phone, they might have tears in their eyes. There's certain indicators that repel us. That's human energy. We have you ever been working with a team and you feel that connection so thoroughly? The flow and the common sense of purpose is just oozing out. That's human energy. So this is an example of visible energy. This is what we call lights on. This person was thinking about her new career path. She went from unfocused confusion to clarity of focused thought on what she wanted to create. Focused her attention on what she wanted to do, her most expansive thoughts on doing that, and she's working on rewriting the script and changing her story. So as her thoughts changed, so did her biochemistry in her body. Her body chemistry also changed. Then in that positive mind-body connection, she was able to create a vision to her action plan for her future. You can see it. The light is radiating out of her on the right. On the left, she's dark. That's lights off. Lights on, you know where you're going, you know where you're headed, you know what action steps to take. It's gonna get you to your future. The result is from changing her thoughts alone. No action was taken here. She literally just wrote a new script. That's how powerful our brain is. Life is so similar to the movies. We have the director, the producer, and the performance. You get to write and rewrite the script every day. We get to change our story. The director, just like the skull cap and the wheelchair, the skull cap that was on the gentleman in the wheelchair for the Toyota study, you direct your thoughts. The producer is your body. It just follows your thoughts. It has no preference. It's like Simon Says, it sends neurochemicals throughout our body depending on the thought that you send it. And most change and performance methodologies focus on step 3, resulting in the metrics. Looking here is too late. Shift says, go back to step 1 and look at the original thought. So what we want to do is figure out where and how our performance is happening and occurring from observable behavior and flow. So when we look at symptoms of what people have, that's the result that's occurring. So if somebody is happy, they have a smile on their face. Their arms and shoulders are normally pulled back. They're sitting up straight. They're excited. They might be jumping. Somebody that's sad, we all know that same body structure. It's leaning forward. Our shoulders are forward. Most of the time they're looking down. Don't make eye contact. Hunched over. Possibly have tears coming out of their eyes. So as the director, our directed thoughts create energetic responses in our body. It's a biochemistry that's happening and occurring. It's either going positive or negative. The body responds with this as either adrenaline or endorphins. So adrenaline and cortisol are going to cause us to possibly gain more weight, have our heart beat faster, have some anxiety and fear. We're going to go to fight, flight, or freeze. Whereas when endorphins are kicking, we've got so much more going on in our system, which is helping our body out, helping what we're doing. We have oxytocin going through. We have a smile on our face. We feel good about what we're doing. And that's where I would say love is coming through without any resistance. This responds and reacts to the performance. So that's the results and the observable behavior that I'm talking to you about now that we saw in the last picture. So here I have a video that I'd like you to watch. It's the next video, and this is Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has a YouTube channel that is so powerful, and this man is a neuroscientist who had a major accident in his life, and he was running a triathlon and hit by an SUV driving 50 miles an hour. I don't know about you, but I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like. And he chose to begin his healing process through meditation. So Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of the most powerful people on the planet, and I am excited to introduce you to him, as he is one of the best people that has really done a great job in 18 minutes of wrapping up and teaching us the neuroscience behind changing our thoughts. If people have the ability to rewire our brain, what does that look like? What is the brain chemistry doing, and what is happening in our brain? You can actually see it here in this video. So enjoy, and I'll see you soon.